Hello and welcome to Schools Winning Grants. I'm your host, Rodney Walker. Yes, Rodney Walker. Yes, Rodney Walker. Why am I saying it three times? I'm saying it three times because I did one of the bonus shows earlier and I forgot to say my name. So the whole show I'm going through and I haven't said my name one time. So I'm making up for the time that I didn't say my name at all on the show. And that's why you got it three times. Welcome to the show today. My name is Rodney Walker, and I'm excited to have you. I'm excited about you. Are you an educator? Are you an educational institution trying to secure grants? Are you a school, maybe a school district? Or are you a teacher in a classroom trying to get some funds and some resources to bring in? You know, the last time I looked at a report, it showed that the average teacher was spending approximately about $750 out of their own pocket. Yes, reaching into their own pocket to bring in resources for their classrooms. Now, I want to give a salute to all the teachers. You guys are the best. You guys rock. I don't care what anybody says. You guys rock. Teachers rock. And with that being said, I want to bring some other resources to you because I know reaching in your pocket, because you have so much love for those that you're working with, that's why you reach in your pocket. You want to bring those additional resources so you can do an even better job in educating those that you're working in. And that's why you probably went into the field, because you have so much love in educating our young people. But I want to help you in a special way to be able to get other resources outside of having to reach in to your own pocketbook to supply the supplies for your classroom. I want to make education a little bit funner for you by bringing some funds so that you can have some fun. You see, because when we have funds, it becomes fun. You can buy snacks when you have funds. You can do all kind of other cool things. You can go on field trips. You can help the learning experience be that much more richer by doing some of those simple things. And so that's why we have this show. And I want you to know that this show is exclusively for educators. Now, you may not be an educator and you may want to hang out with them because they're cool, but just know this show is 100% just for educators. And we're going to be talking about all things school grants and how your school can start doing a more effective job in securing them so that you can help to make our communities much better. You see, because if we have a stronger school, that means that we have a stronger community. If we have a weak school, that equals a weak community, and eventually that will equal a weaker nation. And I don't want our nation to be weakened because we don't have the resources or we don't have access to the resources. So many resources have been going to other things that are also important, but one of the most important things is our minds, the way we think, and making sure that we are able to train our students to be able to think. So I'm going to be sharing some information with you to help your school to win grants. Now, I want to talk to you briefly today, just sharing with you what you can expect from our show. And our show is going to be something that is solely focused on you, but I'm going to be bringing you a few things. I'm going to be spotlighting. Yes, I'm going to be shining the light on important facts that may be overlooked that you need to know about as an educator that's seeking to get grant funding. I'm also going to be sharing information with you to help your teams, yes, your teams, to secure more grants. And I'm going to say it again. Yes, I know I'm saying I'm going to, that's the country in me coming out. I'm from Dallas, so blame it on Dallas. I'm going to show you, though, the importance of getting a team and using a team in your grant efforts, because if you're going after grants and you're just a solo grant writer, or you're just somebody new trying to get grants on your own, we want to stop doing that. Well, not 100% stop doing it, but I don't want you operating as if you're in a little bubble by yourself. That's no fun. And to get funds, the maximum amount of funds, it often requires a coordinated effort, organized effort. Really, a team effort makes it even more powerful. So what I'm going to be encouraging you to do from the very onset, even before our show actually starts, is to start thinking about who you should have on your team, because we want to get a team. We want to do this with some other people. And remember, I'm about to date myself with the show I'm about to tell you. You remember the Lone Ranger? Yes. Even the Lone Ranger, he wasn't so long because he actually had Tonto and he had Silver. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you're that young, go back and Google the Lone Ranger and it'll make sense to you later on. But for those of you that know what I'm talking about, just don't go at it alone. And we want to make sure that we start organizing a team and getting a team together. So here's what the show is going to do. The show is going to help to motivate your team. It's going to help to inspire your team. It's also going to provide you with insight. So I'm going to be sharing the spotlight and shining it on some people that need to be highlighted, that are doing cool things that you can look and learn from. You're going to get some best practices on the show that I'm going to be sharing with you. And I'm going to be sharing them with you in bite-sized pieces so that you can go back and put the information into practice. How does that sound? Great, right? I want you to be able to use what I'm sharing with you. I don't want this just to be you hearing some information and letting it sit on your head. I want you to take the information and apply the information, because if you'll do so, you can bring funding to your school. So that's what we're going to be doing. So just get ready and stay tuned. And if you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Google Podcasts. We're on YouTube. All three of those are great places to go and hang out. We're on Spotify. Go subscribe to whichever one of those you want, and make sure that you hit the ring button if you're doing YouTube, so that as soon as the information is released, you can get a hold of it, because I want you to take it and run with it. Now, I'm going to be having some other special things that I'm going to be doing, and I'll be sharing a little bit more about that on some of the other episodes. So listen in, and again, thank you, and go get your team. Yes, go get your team. In fact, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go and share what you heard today with at least one or two other people that need to hear this. Maybe there's a school and you're like, hey, we've been trying to figure out where we're going to get information about grants from. Maybe we need to tune into this guy, Rodney, over here and hear what he has to say. We've already helped so many schools, so many organizations to secure a lot of money, over $450 million and counting. This year alone, with one of our programs, we're going to bring in an extra $50 million just for schools. And if your school isn't aware of what we're doing on that end, you definitely need to be dialed into the show so that we can help your school win as well. With that being said, my friend, I want to thank you for taking a moment of your time to dial in. Make sure that you come back, tune in, subscribe, and I will see you real soon. And until we connect again, I want you to be brave, be bold, be brilliant, take charge, and I'll see you next time.